Are we live now? Okay, now I see it. So let me recap. For those of you guys that are on the Las Aventuras de Javier, welcome in. I guess there was an issue, but I see you guys here. Thank you to all. I see the messages that were coming through. I think right now I kind of reset the messages, but thank you guys for being here. Just giving a quick recap as to what happened yesterday. I was mentioning about how I was staying peaceful, and then just things when things started escalating. I was mentioning it was when I saw Channel 5 leave, and the one anchor that told Lauren something, and then they left. That's when you hear me say, like, well, what's going on? Did they know something? And I made the comment like, oh, it's 2:30, maybe something's gonna happen right now. And sure enough, I turn, and that's when you see the LAPD line starting to move forward. We tried to get out that way, and they wouldn't let us. And they wouldn't really answer. They just pointed the opposite way. So I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta walk the other way and walk all the way around. So we headed that way, and then you see that they wouldn't let us go. And they started corralling us in. So the fear that did pop up for a second was that when because this is where the federal building was, when they started pushing this way, they were shooting off the flash bangs and the rubber bullets. And when this side started pushing in a little bit, we were like, okay, so what's gonna happen? Because they're shooting from over there. So they finally got us into the corral, and then we were just waiting. And luckily there was a lot of vocal people on there that were reminding everybody to stay calm, stay peaceful, to not incite anything else. There was a few people that were yelling, and I mean, that was fine. They weren't doing anything except yelling. So anyways, they told us we were detained, and that we were gonna be handcuffed. I don't want to say arrested, because technically they didn't arrest us, I guess, is what they're saying. We were just detained. And that's pretty much when I turned off the live, because I wanted to make sure I put everything into the bag, because my thought was I wasn't sure if I was going to get separated from my items, so I wanted to put everything away and make sure everything was in place. So they handcuffed us one by one. On the stream, I don't know if you can make out, but somebody that's sitting next to me has white, so it was a pastor or a priest, I'm not sure. So anyways, he was handcuffed next to me when they started handcuffing us. And I remember he turned to me, and he said, he goes, "Don't worry, you're doing God's work." So it meant a lot. I'm not like a religious person, and we really don't push religion here. Whatever your faith is, I respect it. But it did give a sense of comfort. So anyways, I do gotta say the arresting officers were super kind, super respectful. And through a lot of the dealings, a lot of the officers were saying, that they thought this was messed up, that they, were on our side, they supported us. They got a job to do, I get it. So the arresting officers were cool. Alvarez, and I forgot what her name was. The transport officers, because they put us into the bus. I guess that's where some of you guys saw that it was on the news. And you guys have a great eye, because me knowing I was there, I had a hard time finding myself through the videos. So they put us onto the bus, and we waited there for a little bit. We didn't realize, I guess, that the protest, there were other people on the north side of the street. So they kept telling us we can't leave yet until they clear that out. So we're like, okay. So they finally cleared us out. I gotta tell you, those buses are super uncomfortable, especially when you're crammed up with somebody else in the little seat. The cool thing was that they tried to get us to the precinct as quick as possible, so we did have a police escort through the street. We were taken to South Central, to 77th Street precinct police station. When we got there, they unloaded us. They had us in this like large holding area, a bunch of chairs. We were just sitting there waiting, and they got our names. So this is where the issue did come up, and my whole, well, one of my complaints that I have against the process. Somewhere, I don't know, the administrative portion of it was bad. Somebody wasn't doing their job. Somebody wasn't following up because they lost our paperwork. Well, first of all, they didn't request our paperwork, the little sheets that they fill out. So we were sitting there for hours, and we kept seeing there were two sections of maybe 7, maybe of like 40 people in our section, maybe 40 people in the other one. And we kept seeing people getting processed from the other side, but not us. So we're like, okay, well, you know, I don't know why, but whatever. To the point where that section was getting cleared out, they were bringing in more people into it, and they were getting processed. And so we started, you know, voicing our concern. They would tell us they would look into it, and nothing. So finally, you know, everybody was getting anxious and was getting loud, and we're like, hey, you know, nobody's checking our stuff, you know, why are we still here? So it wasn't until about 8 o'clock that they realized the error and collected the little sheets that they had filled out for us when we got cuffed. The detective that was in charge, I forgot his name. He had made comments, you know, like you can be here from 1 hour to 10 hours. It all depends on you guys. So when some of the people were getting vocal, you know, he kept bringing it up. And he's like, you're gonna get processed. It'll happen when it happens. So we're like, okay, you know, listen, you guys made a choice. We're like, okay. After they collected our papers, shortly, I don't know, it must have been like 20 minutes. They come out with a stack of papers, and they're calling us, and we're like, that's not us. So they had misplaced the little stack that they collected. Within 15, 20 minutes, they had misplaced our stack. So, you know, finally, they found it. I was lucky. I was one of the first ones to get released from our section. But that was until 10 o'clock. So my shoulders are killing me today. And being in that position for, I don't know, over 6 hours. They did, you know, give us drinks, water if we were thirsty, if we needed to use the restroom. They would take us. And, you know, I do got to say one of the officers was cool when I used the restroom. He was able to put the cuffs on a little bit more comfortable. Because like it was bad. It's funny, when they released them, I was trying to scratch my nose and I couldn't raise my hand. Like I had to swing up to like get the momentum. And like right now, this is still numb over here. You know, but they finally released us. They have outside of the police station, they had people from I think it's called Jail Services. I guess it's an organization that provides support if you get arrested. You know, you can call them and they'll, I guess, put you in contact with, you know, a lawyer if you need it, or whatever services you may need, they'll put you in contact with them, or we'll contact people for you. So because of the protest, they actually had a kiosk outside of the police station in the front street. And so when you come out, they greet you, they give you the number, they explain to you some stuff, you know, make sure, because we all got failure to disperse, promise to appear, so we got to go to court. So they explain to us, you know, what's going to happen, that they'll follow up with us. But when you come out, they got coffee, food, snacks, you know, medical stuff if you need, you know, aspirin. They got all kinds of things right there. They even offered to give you a ride you know, if you need to get somewhere. So, you know, it felt good coming out and knowing that you had that support right there. I don't know how long the stuff had been there because everything was cold. I got a piece of pizza and the coffee. It was the best, worst, and coldest pizza ever. You know, just at that moment, it felt good. So, you know, that's pretty much what happened. Again, I gotta look at the video because the video that's saved on the phone shouldn't have those gaps in the lag. So it should have a little bit more clear as far as to see if there was an order and when it was given. And I mean, again, as you guys can see, it was peaceful. You know, there was a couple idiots there, but I know a lot of you were concerned. I know Celeste was worried, you know, and that's what I felt the worst for. For me, I was fine. You know, again, my only concern was when we were boxed in was like, where are we gonna go? You know, and are we gonna get pushed that way where they might start firing at us? So, you know, luckily nothing happened there. Then I was concerned about my equipment. I'm like, my cameras, you know. As far as for me, you know, I've had a run-in or two in my younger days with the LAPD, so I was okay. I still had and still have faith, you know, that the right thing will be done, and you know that I was going to get processed and eventually get out. Whether it was yesterday or today, that I wasn't sure of, you know. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I do appreciate all the messages. I was reading all the messages this morning. Thank you to everybody that reached out. You know, we appreciate you. It means a lot. Thank you for the support. And so I just wanted to come on here, especially on Las Aventuras channel, just because I know some of you may not be aware of our main channel. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. You know, I saw when Celeste was going to work this morning, I was like, you know, I love you. I'll try not to get arrested today. So hopefully nothing happens today, right? But it felt good to be able to you know, let some people be heard that needed to be heard, to speak up for a cause where a lot of the ones being affected can't speak up, you know, or are afraid to speak up for obvious reasons. Whatever your beliefs may be, I agree. We need our immigration policies and that to be reformed. You know, we do need a better system. Just the way things are being handled, I don't think is the right way. You know, I keep saying if the issue, and we're pointing out about the criminals that are here. Everybody knows where the criminals are in LA, but they're not being targeted. It's the people, the hardworking people, that are being targeted. You know, so I just want to make sure to show that, you know, the protests are peaceful. You know, the stuff that happens at night, it's idiots, it's people that are just taking advantage of the situation, that don't care, you know, and unfortunately that's what gets shown on TV, that's what makes the news, and that's what gets lumped into the protester title. So I just wanted to show, you know, that we can, and we are being peaceful. And, you know, I know it's hard, you know, I don't, being out at the protest is not for everybody, because you guys see the consequences that you do face. So, you know, if you decide to attend a protest, just be aware that there are those consequences. Be conscious of what's going on and realize when it's time to leave. Don't get caught up in everything that happens, because it's so easy. The mob mentality is so easy. You get so many people that are law-abiding people but get caught up in the moment when things are happening. So don't do that. If protests aren't for you, you can share, because that's what I kept saying. What can I do? What can we do? A lot of times we don't know what to do. I don't know if there's places to help monetarily that's helping this cause. I know there's organizations that help, but again, I'm not sure which ones to donate to. But if you're asking what can you do, just share a post. Share. There's a lot of people post stuff of what to do. If they come to your house, if you're stopped, just share that. Like a post. It doesn't matter how small it is. Like even the tiniest pebble will cause ripples if you throw it into the water. So it doesn't have to be a huge boulder. You can be that tiny little pebble that helps cause a ripple. So anyways, we're good. We're okay. I know there's a big protest, I think, nationwide that's being set up for Saturday. We'll see what happens. I think Celeste is working, so I might be free. We'll see. But I just wanted to come on here on Las Aventuras for all of you guys that because we got a few followers yesterday on Las Aventuras channel. So thank you. That one is our second channel from Just a Guy and a Girl. It's meant to be for like cooking, show you guys other stuff. Well, that was definitely something else. We got our Wilding Out Wednesday started early, but again, thank you guys for being here, for supporting us. We love you guys. For those of you guys on Aventuras, we are at Disneyland today. This is where we normally do our Wilding Out Wednesday. So if you want to have some fun, I don't know if we're going to be doing crazy rides. I know what I'm going to do is finish enjoying the rest of my OJ for this morning. But we're going to continue on Just a Guy and a Girl. So if you guys want to hop on over here, actually, you know what? I think I can send you guys over here. Give me one momento, por favor. I don't think I have that capability yet. I don't have the capability yet, so I can't automatically send you. But you guys can hop on over to, let me drop the link on here. Oh, Jude, thank you. They have just dropped it. The link that I just dropped is to the actual live that's taking place on Just a Guy and a Girl. So thank you guys. Thank you, Gio. Thank you. Liz Martinez, did they say the official reasoning for detaining you? Yeah, failure to disperse. Mr. Doverfield, welcome. Brenda, Joanna, thank you everybody. Dark Jai, Local Louie, that any of the press that were here in the group get arrested. So press did get caught up with us. It seems like they let them exit first, but they still got detained. I don't know if they put them aside and then check their credentials and maybe let them go. But none of the ones that I saw that were pressed were in the police station that I could see. They had a bunch of people. They had us that we were arrested by LAPD or detained by LAPD. We had a group that was detained by CHP. And oh, I do gotta say, there was a commander for CHP that was a jerk. Biggest jerk. One of the guys next to me, and everything, his glasses fell and they were on the floor. And the guy was walking by because they were processing their people. And he asked, you know, the guy asked, excuse me, officer, can you help, my glasses fell? And the guy just said, that's not my responsibility, and just walked away. So you can imagine, that got everybody worked up. But CHP, they were jerks. AP Adventures, welcome. Dookie, welcome. What's up, Big Bull? Thank you guys, everybody that joined on the Aventuras channel. Sandy Cheeks, Dazzle Doll, thank you. So we're gonna continue, guys. We're gonna have some fun, try to lighten the mood. It's not to ignore what's going on, but just to help everybody, give us a little escape from the stresses that everybody's feeling. So hop on over on Just a Kind of Girl. We'll see you guys, everybody, on Las Aventuras de Javier. Stay tuned. Make sure you have your notifications turned on for the next stream. Love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.